Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the quarterfinals of Super Smash Bros. Coming at us today, we have Cocalico versus Upper St. Clair. Coming at us, already an explosive start from Cocalico here, looking to try and continue the aggression. We're going to be seeing a little bit of a disappointment with Wolf completely getting shot off the map. There's going to be a little bit of a disappointing return. Unfortunately, though, both sides trying to make some damage come through, and it's going to be a complete reverse with this Wolf making a lot of value here. Monkey Business standing on business here, trying to find something value here. As we are seeing, Monkey Business will be the player on this Wolf, while Cocalico's very own Vulpix is going to be running the Incinerator here. Vulpix trying to evolve into a Ninetales throughout this match. But right now, it's just going to be the first stock already going in the favor of Upper St. Clair with Cocalico on the down foot, but it's still 111%, which is not nearly enough to really be able to say you are in a winning spot here. However, it does seem like that's going to be stocks trading out. 17%'s been taken. You can't totally just take any disappointing situations there, and we'll see if there's going to be a comeback or whether or not we could potentially be seeing the stocks come through. And there's going to be the double dash to completely find a little bit more damage, and it's just going to keep coming through. Both sides trying to make something, a little bit of lag coming in from the observing side here. It does seem like this Wolf is going to have a little bit of a disappointing attempt to try and return back to the platform here. There's going to be a little bit more damage coming on. Cocalico having a rough time. The shield comes in, but it's not going to matter. Cocalico having a very bad time trying to maintain onto this point, and it's just not going to happen with this Wolf taking, only losing 64% here. There's going to be a little bit of a pickup here, and even more damage coming in for Cocalico here. The Incineroar, a pick that has been seen a lot from this team all the way back in the fall, but we'll see whether or not it's going to be able to come through right here and now. There's going to be a big hit coming in. Unfortunately, the recovery will be here, and that's going to be even more value coming in here for Cocalico. The dash back comes through. It's trying to find the value, but with the down smash being available, it's just not going to happen. And this Wolf is going to take complete control over this match, faking everyone out with 125% on stock number 2, already having a phenomenal appearance in game number 1. Going into game number 2 here, we'll see whether or not Vulpix decides to swap up the pick, or whether or not we're just going to be seeing a little bit of a sticking on this Incineroar, which, I mean, it hasn't really been working, but, you know, right now, you know, you are going to get that map pick if you are Cocalico, so we'll see whether or not the same 2 bans will come in. Interesting that we're going to be banning Final Destination and Yoshi's here. Yoshi Tower, a very common ban, but I mean, they did ban off Battlefield as their first, so it is kind of odd to see, but we'll see whether or not this is going to opt into their favor. Right now, though, both teams just trying to figure out what they want to do, and we'll see whether or not this is just going to be a 2-0 lead putting into match point, or, I mean, it's definitely possible that we could be seeing Cocalico take it back here. They did look very strong at the start. Unfortunately, though, we're not able to maintain that power and dominance, but you are the higher seed here, so you at least got the confidence, and even if you lose this first series, you are still going to have time to bring it back in game number 2. Game number 3, this is, as you would expect, seed number 5 here, so this are the, well, statistically weakest players on both teams, which could definitely be a problem. We'll see whether or not this does anything, and it does seem like Cocalico, they're going to be opting in for Battlefield here. I mean, a pick you'd expect it, like, just like realistically, you know, you banned off Battlefield, you don't ban it off second game, why not pick it? And you gotta, I mean, we'll see whether or not this is gonna opt into their favor here, but it doesn't seem like any swaps are going to be coming out to start us off here. We'll see whether or not that is the case. Right now, though, I mean, it is, it's a similar map to Pokemon Stadium. There is a little bit of elevation you can play towards, but it's not totally necessary to play for it. Yep, there's going to be the game. Neither team really switching up the characters here. We'll see whether or not we could potentially see this Incineroar here come back, or whether or not Vulpix is just going to fall down. We'll see here. Immediately playing for the low ground, going to get a little bit of damage in. The ball comes through. Does not get the damage you would have expected, but there's going to be the absolute counterplay right here. Fortunately, it's not going to be enough just yet. Already, Cocalico having a rough time, though, despite this being their map pick. 83% has already been found. They're trying to play the high ground position. It's not going to matter. Looks like Monkey Business is just going to continuously find the damage. 94% has already been found. He's going to be able to get even more after that. I mean, there's able to be a block, but that block just, it's not going to be enough. You need to get a lot more than that as of now. And, okay, he's able to not get hit by the powered up punch. A little bit of a ranged attack coming in immediately here, and the over-aggression gets capitalized upon. Monkey Business, however, he is still having a very strong game right here. Try and go for an up play. Does not hit it. There's going to be a little bit more damage coming in. But a phenomenal dash, taking a lot of damage off of Cocalico here, and it does seem like the first stock is going to be found here with only 66% down. I mean, it's not terrible. Potentially, we could see Cocalico being able to combo and take this, but Incineroar is not a character phenomenal for it. So we'll see whether or not it works here, but right now it just seems like there's no answer to be found. The dash comes through. It's going to be able to find something continuously, getting damage off, but you've already found 56%, and that's all you're going to be getting. Both players on half. I mean, they were looking very... it wasn't looking great. And it looks like this might just be Cocalico losing without finding any little bit of percentage. Damage come through already. You are down a stock. You need to be able to bring it back, and you need to bring it back here if you want to be able to stay alive, stay kicking without too much fear. And a phenomenal play. Only 23% has been found. We'll see whether or not it's going to be even possible to bring it back here. A little bit more. It was such a combo coming in from this wolf. He just looks unstoppable right now. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but the shield isn't enough, and he's going to get even more. Oh. Counter is there for Cocalico. They're able to find something. Monkey Business, however, still just able to hit all the shots you so desperately need. He's going to try and go for a play. He's going to get dashed around, and that's going to be a little bit... I mean, it's not a bad play from Cocalico whatsoever. They're finally able to make something happen out of nothing. Unfortunately, Monkey Business having a little bit too much fun right now. But despite the little bit of a misplay there, 160% has been found, and it really does seem like there's nothing. But this would be the craziest comeback one could hope for. 160-2-0, and it looks like it might possibly just happen. I mean, he's doing it. He's not faltering. He hasn't lost a single percent since he's been brought onto 163. He's finding so much right now. He's getting everything you could possibly ask for. However, he's taking a little bit, and that looks to be it. He's still on, though. 180 is all he's getting here. 84 has been found, and it looks like it could potentially be over. It's not just yet. 192. There's going to be a massive misplay, though. Unfortunately, the recover did end with him having a little bit of a rough time. He goes in for more, and he finds it. 200% has been found. Both players, this is all they need, and that's going to be map number 2 going in favor of Upper St. Clair, bringing them on to series point here. Or I guess not series, but it's going to be their match point at least. Which you really don't love to see. You know, you got to bring it back. You got to be able to make this happen in your favor. Unfortunately, this might just be a little bit too difficult for Cocalico to do. You are down 2 maps already. You're going to be able to get 2 bans if you're Upper St. Clair. They're going to be opting in for the same bans. We'll see whether or not they go and just stick on this map. I mean, I personally would. They looked good on it, and it does seem to be the case. They are going to be going on to the map of Battlefield once more here. No changes in characters coming through by the looks of it. We'll see whether or not this is going to work. Coming at us here. Both teams, one on match point, one without a win, but they look very close. Finally, we'll see if this could potentially be the time, the place, the hour that we're going to be seeing Cocalico bring it back here. Taking a little bit of damage. Not looking good already here. Both players at a high percentage already. This Wolf having a little bit too much trouble coming at himself. Here, 80%'s been found. He's able to find a little bit of recovery on the percentage line. He's able to find that up smash, getting a little bit of damage, but that's going to bring this Wolf down to his knees, taking the first point here. Cocalico having a good time. Monkey Business faltering a little bit. We'll see whether or not this is going to stay the case. Unfortunately, only 2% is going to be found. And Monkey Business is still standing on business. He has not really been looking too bad this entire time, so you can't even hate on him here. A little bit more damage coming in. Unfortunately, going to the low ground a little bit too early. That's not going to be good. Vulpix having a rough time. He tries to go for a play. He's going to be able to find a little bit of percentage on him. Unfortunately, the dash is going to get capitalized upon. He goes for a melee, and it's going to be... It's a phenomenal play, and he cannot lose. He cannot stop winning right now, and unfortunately, with 135, we'll see if Cocalico can potentially make the comeback here, but it really just seems like the answer is not going to be here. 145% been found, and it's just going to keep going, and that's going to be the stock right there. It's 2-1. And despite finding the first stock, Cocalico just has not had a single answer since. Right now, though, they're going to be able to bring it back. That was phenomenal. That was the play you so desperately needed to make. And that could have been the play that's going to bring you even closer to a comeback here. Unfortunately, you still do need to take this last stock here, and you're going to be able to find a little bit here by the looks of it. Unfortunately, when this Wolf starts to get comboing, he's not going to get stopped too easily, and already Monkey Business going for a little bit of play. He's going to be able to find something. Unfortunately, the recovery is fast, and it's going to be good too. The melee comes out, able to find a lot, and that's going to be the up attack, and he goes for more, and he's going to be able to find it. Despite making a phenomenal play, it does seem like Vulpix will be falling here. He's going to be able to find a little bit of a play here. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a Wolf kicking him in the face, and he's going to be out with only a smidgen of HP remaining. This has been seen before where he almost did it. Finally, he's using that box move. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen it being pulled out earlier, but he's going to still be alive, and it's not going to happen. The comeback was looking like it could have happened. Unfortunately, Cocalico down with an 0-3 start. Already not looking too good, but you know what? They're going to be switching to their fourth player here, so we'll see whether or not this can change up with Flash 1015 versus Runner Croc. I mean, that's going to be a massive match. We'll see whether or not that's happening right after this break. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming at you with match number 2 here. We are already seeing Upper St. Clair up 1 map here. We'll see whether or not they're going to be able to take it back. We're seeing a hero pick coming out immediately here. Gotta love it. We've seen some very good heroes in this league coming through, especially on stream. I do remember we've seen a couple. Inkling is the other swap we're going to be seeing, which, it's been so long since I've seen an Inkling, I'm gonna be honest, and it seems like it's working out already with a little bit of the lead coming up against Cocalico already here. Unfortunately, the recovery is going to be here, but it's not going to be good enough. Already flashed in. We'll see whether or not this is going to be enough. With a 1-map advantage, the answer is not going to be there, and it's going to be Dr. Detroit able to clear this up very easily. Now this hero able to use the shield, blocking the damage, very much necessary to be able to stick in this. We'll see whether or not this is enough. Bro Squad having a little bit of a rough time here, and the projectiles go out, and it goes out big. Fortunately, the overaggression is being capitalized upon. Hero, a character that is very easily, it's very easy to just find his attacks and just completely find him and say, okay, no, I'm gonna just completely switch this on you. So we'll see whether or not that works, and the answer is going to be yes! Upper St. Clair, not faltering whatsoever. Map 1, they looked good, 3-0, and map 2, it's the same thing right here, right now. Game has been going on, you got to make the comeback here, and it looks like Upper St. Clair is not going to have too much of a problem doing so. They are forced to use shield at least a little bit. A little bit more damage going to come onto them. Hero having a phenomenal time here, and Flashton keeps going on, keeps finding the damage. We'll see whether or not it's enough. The dash comes through, he's going to be hit, and he's going to get held. Unfortunately, though, Upper St. Clair is not a school worth playing easy against, so you really do need to take it, and you got to take it here. A little bit of damage comes onto him immediately here. Both teams falling down, but the hero tries to go for recovery. It's not going to be there, and that's game number 1. Already over with, just 2 stocks remaining. You can't be letting that happen. Cocalico having a difficult time, to say the least. Dr. Detroit up 1-0 already. I can't say I love the hero pick, to be honest. It's just getting played into so well. You kind of got to swap if you're really, trying to win this. But, we'll see whether or not they're able to find anything in this second map here. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do here, potentially, to make some kind of changes. The Inkling has been very strong. They just look so good on it. They only lost a single stock, and then they were at 112 and still could not be shut down, which, for a character like Inkling, that's difficult to really see. So we'll see whether or not that's going to maintain to be the case in map number 2. But I just really can't expect this. Right now, Cocalico is not in a good situation despite being 5 seeds up on Upper St. Clair. They just really are not looking good. The bans are going to be coming out soon here. We'll see if they stick on Final Destination. Personally, or not. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is just being... they're going to be banning out Final Destination, which is honestly interesting. You kind of don't really expect that, since you kind of just rolled on Final Destination. But they're also going to be banning Town again. We're going to be switching over to Battlefield. A pretty good map, honestly, to play into an Inkling, since you do have that elevation. We'll see whether or not it works. But right now, both teams getting ready. They stick with the same picks, no swaps, as usual. Here we go. Hero trying to make... this is a character that it's you gotta get up and close and personal. We'll see whether or not it works. You have a lot of finishing capabilities here, but it's gonna be difficult to really do that on an Inkling here. They find a lot of fast damage, and they're going to be able to capitalize upon it. Both players at a very interesting spot of they need to win this. We'll see whether or not this is going to be possible for Cocalico to bring back here. The answer looks to be yes, with a decent amount of damage already coming through, and already 100%. Dr. Detroit has fallen off at least a little bit here from map number 1. There's going to be the hold coming in. A little bit more damage, forcing Splashton to keep his distance. He just can't make it back onto this point. He's going to be able to get the jump off. The shield comes in from both players. Just mowing down this hero. It's not going to matter. And there's the bomb coming in. Shield's here. Dashing away. We'll see whether or not that's going to be enough here. Jump comes through. Lots more damage coming in, and that's going to be a phenomenal pick. And that's going to be the seed coming in. Number 4 seed being able to finish off the first of the stocks instantly here. Only taking 117%. There's way more to be found still. With this mobility you have and speed, it is just so powerful to really take this. It looks like they're going to be doing so here. 125% has already been found out, however, so there could be a chance for this seed to be taken, but you need to figure it out, and you need to figure it out now. But unfortunately, it's going to be Cocalico able to make something off of this. Only with 65%, this is still a very winnable match for them. They just need to be able to find a good little bit of damage here. But it seems like it's not going to happen just about yet. With Cocalico dropping down a stock without taking a single bit of percentage, it's looking very similar. Let's see whether or not this is going to be possible here. Oh, fortunately the bomb will not hit. The shield's going to be able to block that off. But 75%'s been found. You need to be able to make a play here, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad start whatsoever here, and he's going to go for more. Unfortunately. Yep. Attack will not come through. Both sides trying to make something happen. Shield comes through, able to block the damage that would have very easily taken a lot of percentage off of this hero. But there's going to be even more. The jump kick comes in. Both sides trying to play cautiously. However, this hero going for an aggressive play, and he's going to be able to find it out. Oh, but a dash inwards. And the final blow to finish out the game. Cocalico already down 2-0 on this second map here. You have one more chance as this hero to make your comeback. I mean, if they're similar to what we saw in the first game. I mean, Upper St. Clair, they do look their weakest on map number 3. So we'll see whether or not that's going to be the case, or whether or not Cocalico is just going to be on series points in general. Because this is a match that means a lot for whoever wins this. So we are in the quarterfinals here, so this really does. I mean, Cocalico, I think that their top seeds are very strong. They're very good. I'm not totally sure about their lower ones, so we'll see whether or not they're going to be able to really make the comeback here with some lower seeds. But this is where you really do need to make it, and you need to make it now. Going down 0-2. I mean, a complete reverse sweep in a best of 5 would be a very insane scenario to see, and probably the first time it's ever happened in PIA. I'm not totally sure on that one, but I mean, I can't say it's really expected. Going into this, we'll see whether or not there's going to be any switches coming in here. Sonic switch coming in. Okay. I like that a lot. I do. Because a good Sonic player has a lot of potential to beat out a Inkling here. But the first, alright, already, we're pushing in. Finding a little bit of damage. Already looking very good here. And this is going to be so dominant to start us off. Finally, a little bit of damage coming onto Cocalico here. But is it... I mean, is it going to be enough? I mean, potentially, but we're going to have to wait and see. 46% being found, but okay, finally, Cocalico is looking to make a comeback here. A little bit of damage coming in here. Finally, we're potentially going to be seeing something, but no. Smash comes through. Finally, the Sonic is getting stuck in the ground. However, he's just And he's going to be able to get out pretty easily. He's finding the damage, trying to go for even more, unable to find it. The updraft comes in, and he's going to be able to force this Inkling to the bottom of the map. He's getting stuck in the swamp, though. And he's gonna have a little bit too much damage put onto him here. Able to block that next little bit of damage, though. Unfortunately, Inkling has also got the speed boost, but is it enough? It's just not going to be here to start us off. We'll see. No stocks have been used yet, but it looks like Cocalico just has such an advantage right now. He's trying to go for the finisher, but it's not going to be there. Sonic going for the dash around. He's going to be able to find it. Unable to get away from the hit, however. The bomb's here. Doesn't find the damage. He keeps getting stuck in this. I mean, it's just not something you really should be letting happen. And unfortunately, Upper St. Clair is also going to be losing their live here. We'll see whether or not Cocalico is going to be able to replicate their first stock. It looked good to start themselves up. Right now, both teams trying to make their mark here, going to semifinals potentially. Cocalico needs this win. I mean, it's not over for them, but bringing themselves down 0-2 would definitely be a tragedy you don't want to see. But with Cocalico, their very own player, switching up their characters, going on to the Sonic Flash, and is just unable to find anything here. He was looking so dominant in the first stock. Unfortunately, as soon as the strategies come through, he's just getting finished off. A little bit of damage coming in again. Will this finally be able to be a Cocalico victory? Since so far they've just been 0-5, but right now their stocks aren't looking good. 144% is here, and that's going to be the stock with only 71% taken down. It really is just looking impossible. He's going to be able to find the first hit here, but the recovery is there, and it's going to be big. Finally, a little bit more comes through. Is this even enough? Lots of damage coming in. It looks like this could potentially be it. No, it's not it yet for Upper St. Clair. They're still able to get the recovery, and they're going to be able to be bringing themselves back. Unfortunately, it looks like the Sonic is a little bit too fast, but it's not fast enough. It's going to keep going forward. Now it is as they said, you know, this Inkling in the side of Upper St. Clair. He is the fastest sorcerer of today's era, except for Satoru Gojo, who is here, and this is going to be Cocalico, able to find something, potentially. It's just not going to be here yet, and that's going to be the stock. 1-1, it's potentially here, and it's potentially going to be ready to find this value coming in. Both teams need to make it. But with 91%, it really does seem like Cocalico is going to have a very difficult time to bring it back here. There's going to be the shot coming in. Unfortunately, the bomb will not be hitting, but there's going to be the blast that does. Tries to get a shield down, but the shield is a little bit too early, and it's not going to be able to find anything. With 140%, you really cannot falter whatsoever, and he's not going to. Finding a little bit of a combo, it's not going to be enough. He tries to make something happen, but it's a little bit too early. Will the shield be enough? The answer is going to be yes, and he's getting stuck in the swamp, and that's going to be the game. And with the 3-0 lead, both matches, Upper St. Clair putting themselves on series point, putting themselves into the driver's seat of this match by a long shot. And next map, we're going to be seeing the very one and only Captain Crocky from Cocalico going up against Launcher 478. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just one bit. Do not go anywhere. This match is just getting started for Cocalico. They need to bring this back, but we'll be back right after this break. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are returning with match number 3 here. Both teams need to make a win here. Cocalico having themselves in an 0-2 situation. We'll see whether or not this could potentially be a return, but already, I mean, you're going to be able to bring yourself back up potentially, but no. Launcher is not having any of this. He's going to bring him right out of that helicopter, but unfortunately, Captain Crocky is not done just yet. He's still going for more, and he's going to be able to find it here. We'll see whether or not this is going to be... I mean, these are two very good players, as we've seen. We'll see whether or not that's going to be capable of winning here. Right now, though, looking like Captain Crocky has a massive advantage here. He's able to hit the slam, and his helmet is... This crown is just doing so much for him, and Launcher just cannot find a mistake to exploit here. We'll see. Lots of damage coming in immediately here without even a minute being used, and there's going to be Launcher able to find the first seed here. Cocalico already on back foot here. We'll see whether or not this can potentially be a return. It does seem like Launcher finally making that play that you so desperately need to bring yourself back, but at 162% against a Captain Crocky too is insane. But it does seem like he's finally going to be shut down here. Combos coming out immediately here. Captain Crocky, he's not dead yet, and he's playing a character with a phenomenal ability to just completely get back onto the platform with his helicopter. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter if you're off the map, and already 90%'s being found. He's able to make a comeback at least a little bit, but the shield's coming out to completely ruin his chances. Let's see. And that's going to be a phenomenal belly slam. We saw Bolt pick in earlier, but it seems like Snorlax is the only one to win today. Fortunately, both teams, however, at a very big percentage, and it's going to be Captain Crocky taking this stock. And he still has 100% left, but that, I mean, he's playing a tank character. You have so many chances to bring yourself back into this, and the percentages is just completely going in his favor already. Bringing this so well for him. He's trying to use his crown to get something here, and he's finding so much value with his head. Okay, and that's finally going to be putting both players on one stock. But with Launcher at 100 already, the game's over with only 2.5 minutes used. Captain Crocky barely losing that at all. A phenomenal match number 1. To start us off. This is already a very entertaining match number 3, probably better than both of the other two combined. We'll see whether or not this is going to continue, but I mean, you gotta hope. Both teams are looking very, very strong. You cannot, I mean, I couldn't even, I have no clue who's going to be able to take this. Both teams, I mean, if you're able to take this, who knows? Maybe Cocalico just has 3 really good players coming up here. We'll see, though. I mean, King K. Rool has been known as a pretty popular pick in this league, and the jump, he tries to go for an aggression with this, I mean, Launcher, you can't even try that, bro. What are we doing here? And he's gonna get slammed down to the ground. Both players going for a shield play here. It looks like Cocalico, you know, they're just playing defensively. They don't even want to go for an aggressive play until now. Finding the aggression, they're going to go for more. There's going to be the crown coming in immediately, and he's trying to make himself come back, but the recovery is here, but the recovery is not good. Unfortunately, it seems like it's finally going to be going in his favor. Launcher able to take the first knock, but at 100% against a King K. Rool, who knows what you're really going to be able to find off this. You need to be able to find a combo as you did in the first stock, but it seems like the King K. Rool of Cocalico is not going to allow it today. One more shot will surely be able to finish this off. Unfortunately, that just wasn't the case. I mean, you're going to be able to find something. The crown doesn't hit him, though. And already, he's still on after 192% has been found. It's really not looking good, and we're seeing Cocalico lose sliver after sliver of the HP line has been found. 99% is here. Both players looking to get shut down. And okay, somehow Cocalico is able to make it back on. But with 200%, Launcher is still alive and kicking. This is probably going to be it, though. But, I mean, it's too little, too late. Only in a 1 stock to 2 scenario. We'll see whether or not there's even a chance for Cocalico. I mean, you could potentially be able to bring this into overtime, but it doesn't even seem like he wants to. He wants to win this, and he wants to win this fast, taking 70% off, but there's going to be a little bit of a retake coming in immediately. The punches are here, and they're strong. That's the problem with King K. Rool. You don't have that recovery from the combos that most other characters do. Slam comes down, Slam gets blocked out immediately, and it just seems like King K. Rool, King K. anything. He's not ruling this world, and he's going to be brought to his demise unless he can potentially bring it back here with 152% being found. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be hard, but Cocalico, they need to do it if they want to stay in this. What a phenomenal play coming out immediately, and King K. Rool keeps going in, keeps finding everything. Will this potentially be a capable retake potential? It's going to be difficult, but 180% being found. Launcher not losing, but this could potentially be it. No, not yet. King K. Rool still involved in this fight, but Captain Crocky's getting down, and that's going to be the match. A very close, very difficult match for Launcher to take out, and it's going to be 1-1 to start us off in this series. Finally, it's not a 3-0. And finally, it looks actually like both sides are, I mean, they're having such strong potentials right now. They both look very good. And we'll see whether or not, I mean, this probably is going to, like, determine a lot here. Because if Cocalico can win this, I mean, that's going to really give them that confidence to bring it back and bring it to a potential map number 4, match number 5. But no swaps coming in. They both are just going to stick to their guns, which I love. This is a match where you really cannot swap here. You know your opponents. You know what you want. And Launcher already launched to 60%, and it's just going to start rising. You can't expect this after a so close map number 1. Finally, we're going to be seeing Launcher try and make a comeback here, but only 27% has been found. It's not looking good. It's not looking fun. Finally, Cocalico is going to start faltering here, and it potentially is going to be Launcher's game to win. And Helmet's going to miss him. Boxing Glove does not find anything, and the Helmet is going to be on the side of Launcher. He's getting that percentage comeback right now, which you gotta love. He was down so much to start us off here, but he's getting Captain K. Rool, Rocky. He's trying to make something happen, but it's just not going to. And despite a phenomenal start, Captain Crocky down the first deed here. We'll see whether or not that's going to continue here. A phenomenal play. We'll see whether or not this does end up continuing. Right now, though, really is just seeming like it. 66% been found, though. Will this be even potentially backable? I mean, it really doesn't seem like it. You're in such a difficult, far away spot, but if anyone's going to do it, it will be him. Finding 50% already. Fortunately, the percent is going to continuously get stuck away from him here. We'll see Launcher finding a little bit of early damage, and he's just going to continue. Finally, the cannonball is going to hit. There's the Helmet. The Helmet doesn't find anything, and there's gonna be the kill. And you need to be able to finish this out, and you need to finish this out here if you want to bring it even forward. With so much percentage already being found, Cocalico not having a fun time whatsoever here. Missing the shot. from Launcher here. We'll see. He's going to be able to find the next one. Unfortunately, the charged up attack doesn't hit. There's going to be finally clapping back. Fortunately, though, the Whirlwind is not going to be entrapping Launcher today. He's trying to go for something, but something isn't found. We'll see whether or not this could even be a game worth it, as we saw in match number 2. It looked very close, and it looked like Captain Crocky was capable of taking it despite being on a lower amount, but it's not happening today, and the game's been found, and already Upper St. Clair only one map away from bringing themselves into the semifinals. This is going to matter a lot for both teams here. Immediately, we'll see whether or not this could even be giving any chance for Cocalico to make it back. I mean, it's difficult. It's gonna be, I mean, I don't know, maybe you try and like switch to a map that I don't even know. It's gonna be so I mean, it looks like he's playing well. Captain Crocky, he's going for early plays that are working out so much in his favor. Unfortunately, he's just not maintaining that tempo, and it's falling away from him ever so slightly. But it is, and I mean, he's losing because of it. And right now, you really do need to change it up. You need to go for some new plays, try and make it out. Well, we'll see. Same picks, same everything. You gotta love it. I mean, we'll see whether or not this is gonna work. They're going on to Hollow here. I mean, I don't hate this, but I mean, this is literally what we saw in the first map. A phenomenal early aggression, but it's just getting pushed away from him. The King K. Rool can't find anything. And he's going back to the Amazon with the way that we're seeing Launcher completely force him off of this map. I mean, Launcher, he's not having a good, I mean, they're just trading it back right now. Nobody is in a position to really be confident here. Despite a phenomenal win from Launcher, it's still, I mean, you can't even take this like as a not serious thing. You must keep your A game this entire time. Captain Croc, he's going for it, and it's not gonna be there. And unfortunately for Launcher, though, it's gonna get traded right back out. We'll see whether or not King K. Rool is going to be able to be the pick necessary for this win. Fortunately, it does seem to already be working very, very well. Both people getting back on to this land. Nobody getting destroyed down. We'll see. Oh, massive hit with the belly flop. Trying to go for more. It's not going to happen. There's going to be a lot of value, but he hits him with the crown despite such a good performance from Launcher there. He's still going to take a little bit of damage. It's not going to be enough to finish off this King K. Rool yet. Little Morin slams him down, spiking Launcher to the ground. He's going to throw him off the map. The crown doesn't hit. Neither will Cannonball, but a massive play from both players. Unfortunately, Launcher unable to find the kill. And so much value already coming out. The more you get, the better off you are on your final stock. And unfortunately for Launcher, he's not going to be able to finish off the Crocodile yet. And still with 174%, he finally gets shut down. But it's not 2-2. Launcher getting shut down. And that's going to be a phenomenal play from Cocalico just to bring it back. I mean, this has been an insane game to bring it back to a 3-2 scenario here. I mean, you're going to be seeing Upper St. Clair get the map pick here, which is going to give him a little bit of an advantage. And I mean, you could always just choke that up to, you know, it was a counter pick stage, so maybe, you know, that's the reason. But still, despite that, they looked good. We'll see whether or not this is going to be enough. Final destination PS2 bands come through, which is interesting. We're not going to be seeing PS2 again, but you gotta like that from Captain Crocky here. We're going to the standard map of Battlefield for our final map of the day. Of this match, potentially. I mean, I shouldn't even say of the day, because we got another match coming up right after this, Cocalico versus Upper St. Clair. But here we go, going right into it. I mean, how do you even make the comeback here?
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, I mean, I gotta be rooting for the comeback, but already Launcher getting put down to such, I mean, 47% this early. You were less than 10 seconds in. Nobody wants to go for the aggressive play. Finally, Launcher's gonna take it. He's gonna get rewarded for it. He's gonna have a great time doing so. We'll see. Oh, but the crown's gonna hit him. No, it's not. Unfortunately, Launcher is still having a great game plan in mind. The up attack isn't gonna hit it. Target's not found, and there's gonna be the crown getting picked up from Launcher here. But the backs, he dashed back and hit him from the back. Launcher, you're not gonna like that one. The ratio's coming through. The Twitter replies are in stock, and the crown still unable to find anything here. And that dash back is not going to work any longer. Both players at such a low percentage. Launcher barely able to make it back, and that's not gonna matter for long. He's still on the edge of a seat here. Both players getting knocked out. However, Launcher barely being able to maintain his position on this map. Already finding 7%, looking very good right now. You just cannot allow this King K roll to take you out anytime soon, and you're gonna be fine, but he's gonna get taken out. But he found that 30% you desperately want to be able to get. Obviously, it's not the most you could have wanted, but it's going to be enough by the looks of it. 63 has been found, and this King K roll needs to be on his feet, and it just doesn't seem like he is right now. The projectile's coming through. Unfortunately, Launcher, he just can't be beaten right now, and for it to be this close. He's going for more. He's not going to be able to find it. Launcher keeps pushing in. He doesn't get it, but the belly slam comes in with a phenomenal play. Hitting him with the crown. Launcher going to get something here, but it's not going to be enough. Finish out Captain Crocky here. He's going to be able to find that thunder. I mean, it's just not... I mean, both sides, they need to be able to bring it back, unfortunately, despite what we're seeing. Oh! And a phenomenal play, getting him inside of your gun, and he's pushing him off. And Captain Crocky taking that second stock off with a little bit of health left. 150%'s been found. All you gotta do is lower it enough to the point where you can find this next map, but it's not gonna be there. Only 7%'s found. And obviously that is still better than the 0, but is it gonna be enough? Captain Crocky, a player who we've seen not look too good at holding out leads, so we'll see whether or not he's going to be able to do it here, and it looks like the answer might be no, potentially. Captain Crocky just finding so much damage onto his body right now. His scales can't take this. It does seem like he's finally going to be able to find his tempo here, bringing himself to the upper footing. As we saw earlier, the shield comes down, and there's the belly stomp, taking everything. Captain Crocky, he's still alive and kicking here. Doing a little bit too much here, potentially, you could say. And the down smash comes, and the game's over. And a 3-0 lead. Upper St. Clair, despite that third map being close, they didn't falter, and they brought it home without losing a single actual map, which is insane. GG's, Cocalico. I mean, you made it to quarterfinals. You were the second seed. Unfortunately, Upper St. Clair bringing in the upset here as the number 7, going on to semifinals, and we will see them at Wilkes University on July 2nd. Or not July, sorry, June 2nd. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming at you today with Belle Vernon versus Chambersburg. Sorry. Already both teams trying to make some type of value here. Esmond, we've seen this once today already with this Inkling pick. We'll see whether or not this is going to work today. And it does seem to be already. Very good pick coming into us on Final Destination. Big map, very popular map. We do see 93% already found out, obviously. It's going to be a phenomenal pick to start us off, only taking 54%. Esmond not having any trouble whatsoever. You gotta love it, you gotta love it. Both teams trying to make something, and already the percentage have been matched. And Snoozer cannot find anything right now. We'll see whether or not this is going to maintain this way. As of now, I mean, how do you even stop this? It really is just seeming like both teams cannot stop. Already, percentages have been going in the favor of Snoozer right now, only taking 21%, but you know, the percentage is there, but the player is not, with 3 stocks already down to 1. We'll see. Obviously, it does seem like we're going to be seeing a second stock being utilized here. But as of now, the over-aggression is getting capitalized upon, and that's going to be Snoozer dropping down. At least a little bit here, and it's going to be a massive, massive play. Taking down every little bit of HP. Ooh, and despite a phenomenal appearance, Esmond will be unable to finish it off early here. That's going to be difficult. The bomb comes out, doesn't get the hit off. Hammer as well is not going to find value. Trying to go for something, but it's not going to be there, and it's going to be a squirt, and a death. We'll finish out this by the looks of it without even taking a single stock. It's going to be over. And a phenomenal starting here. You can't even make that up. And, I mean, already a 3 stock to start us off today. Obviously, that's just map number 1. But, I mean, you know, Chambersburg, they are not having a fun time. This is S coming at us today as the number 3 seed. Someone who, I mean, he has been known for being very, very good. He is one of the top seeds in PIEA individuals right now. So for him to be getting kind of destroyed right now, it's not good. Both these teams, however, it's number 5 versus number 4 seed. But we will see whether or not this is going to be possible. We'll see. Right here, right now. Already, both teams trying to make something here, and it does seem like it's going to be a very similar thing to last game. More damage coming in. 86%'s been found, and a massive, massive punch to finish it out. And right there, he's trying to make the recovery happen. It's going to be happening eventually, but with Esmond just waiting on the edge, waiting to find that pick, and it's going to be the stock already down. I mean, you can't even make this up. Finally, Esmond's going to be taking a little bit of damage. But it just seems like it just can't even be won right now. We'll see whether or not it's going to be changed, but right now, I mean, Snoozer already at 73%. He's going to be able to find 69 on Esmond, but I mean, there's just no time right now where it looks like Snoozer is able to find value, except for right now. I mean, even now, though, it's just me, Esmond, making his way back up onto the platform. It does seem like we're finally going to be seeing a stock come off of Snoozer. Pushing in. Right now, we'll see whether or not Esmond's able to finish this out early. Taking a little bit of damage to start us off. The gem comes through. It's not going to find much. Esmond getting shut down to a... But it's not going to matter despite taking so much damage. Esmond taking advantage of the dash forward from Snoozer. It's just going to be a phenomenal 2 stock remaining. And I mean, this Inkling is looking so strong. And I do believe I made a mistake earlier. That is going to be the Chambersburg has S right here. I don't know. I made a mistake. And, I will live with that right now. But you know what? Both teams having a difficult time right now. Chambersburg coming in as the lower seed here. This could potentially be 2 upsets of the day that will end. I mean, 5 beating 4 isn't too bad. But as we saw earlier, 7 beating 2 is insane. So we'll see. Does seem like we're going to be seeing a switch coming in from Belle Vernon to start us off today. I mean, we'll see. It does seem like some advice is going to be given in the chat. Relax, you're way too aggressive. Good advice to be giving your teammates here. But going at it, he is going to swapping over to the Cloud here. Taking a little bit of an advantage already. Esmond finding everything. The block comes through, but it's not finding anything. Unfortunately, it does seem like Snoozer is able to get a decent amount with just 1 shot. But is it enough? The answer is going to be no. 91% has been found. He's going for jump pick. It's going to be able to happen. And he keeps finding more. Snoozer trying to make anything happen, but the answer is just not there. It looks like Esmond dropping down to 50. This is already looking kind of weaker than every other map. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, he's finally at a point. Maybe the Cloud pick was the key you needed. It really is seeming like it. He's playing so much better than as we saw on the first one. Obviously, he got taken down early, but that, it could just be chalked up to nerves. Right now, though, you really do need to take this Inkling down, and you need to take him down early. But right now, the 100's been found. And the airplay, I mean, honestly, if this Inkling played it any better, he probably could have found the stock right then and there. Both sides dashing in. Nobody wants to go for the aggressive angle. However, the Inkling's going to be the one to take it. And 140's been found. And it's not stopping there. And it could easily just be another 3 stock right now. Obviously, 112% being found. You don't want to give any more damage than you already have to. With the limit being ended, Esmond having no trouble just pushing in aggressively here. And after that aggression, the ball comes through. Both sides trying to make something happen. It just seems like Esmond cannot falter here. He gets the block off, and he's going to finish out. But not in the... Alright, no more 3 stocks will be coming out. That is at least something you gotta love. We'll see whether or not that stays. And Esmond taking the first little bit of damage here. But he's going to be able to trade that back in spirit. Going for even more. And Esmond, he wants everything. Limit is about to be reached. We'll see whether or not that affects this game in any way, shape, or form. But right now, just seems like the answer is going to be no. Finally, we'll see. Let's hear. Snoozer, he's trying to play aggressive, but I don't know if that's really what you want to do in this scenario. With 102% being found. Kind of need to play a little bit more passively here. The jump comes through and it's going to get capitalized upon immediately here with Esmond continuously playing in the air. He wants to try and find him again, and he will. And he goes for everything, and he finds it. And with a strong 3-0, that's going to be the first map going in favor of Chambersburg. Not having any trouble here. That is going to be our number 3 seed here. Next, we are going to be seeing the number 1 clashing out. Mr. Rise versus Low Tier Main. We'll see whether or not that's really going to affect this. But, yeah, you really do gotta... Yeah, you gotta change something here. Going into this next map, I mean, you really do gotta expect some kind of changes. But ladies and gentlemen, we will be back right after this break just to get both these teams warmed up. I assume. Alrighty, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be here, and we're seeing a Kirby KK Rule matchup in the quarterfinals here. Joining me today, we do have Shrunk Frog. Shrunk Frog, what are your thoughts on this insane character selection?
My thoughts, honestly, is that, you know, like a lot of those tier list stuff, I honestly don't necessarily believe that they're 100% accurate. Because in any capacity, any character can be played in, again, any specific format. I say any too much. But we do have Kirby with some very schnasty combos so far.
Yeah, as a Kirby main myself, I do gotta love it. And already, Raymond from Chambersburg is running this KK Rules fade.
Very intense combos we have here.
This is going insane already. Unfortunately, it does seem like Raymond is going to start taking a little bit of damage. It's not going to matter for too long. The cannonball comes out, doesn't find anything, and there's going to be the knife coming in, and it's just going to be Raymond continuously ruling this KK Rules map.
Yeah, the thing about K. Rool too is that he's the second heaviest character in the game, so he gets tossed around by Kirby extremely easily. But to make up for it, K. Rool is an extremely powerful character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunate whiff of the back air there. But stomach armor does come in clutch, throws him away a bit.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a single down smash from this Kirby yet. I mean, I know it's not like a very strong move, but there seems to be at least a couple times where it's like you could use it. And it's especially good against the KKR since you're able to use it on the jump, or not the jump pack, sorry, the jetpack. And it works very well if you're able to like hit it if you're right above them.
Unfortunately, there's 2 stocks away from K. Rool.
And Kirby is just one of those characters where your percentage doesn't really matter. As long as you can continue the combos as we're seeing, it's just gonna keep going in your favor.
83%. Oh, lordy. And there's a down smash from not down smash, down air from K. Rool.
I was talking about how I thought this down smashes from Kirby could be big, and then as soon as he uses one, he loses, which probably, that's a little bit on me there, I guess, but, you know, it does seem like it's not going to matter too much as of now. We'll see how this goes, though.
I'm not sure. The crown, oh, bit of a whiff there. The super armor coming in clutch from the crown, nice! And that's going to be game 1.
Yeah, phenomenal game 1 from the Kirby here of Chambersburg. Really hope we can see that in semifinals. That would be very sick. I didn't even know there was any, like, insane Kirby players in this league, but I guess so. I'm going into map number 2 here. We'll see if there's going to be any map changes in the pool. But there's going to be banning out Battlefield and Yoshi Story, very common bans. You know, you don't really, most people are going to opt in for that Yoshi Story gone. And we'll see whether or not we're just going to be seeing that final destination. Maybe go on to something else, as we've seen some other stuff. But who knows? Oh, switching over to Lilat. All right, interesting. Swapping over. I do believe we've seen this once today already, so it is fun to really see these counter stages get brought out. We'll see how well this goes. And I don't know, Chambersburg, they're already up in the series, having a phenomenal game number 1 in their seed 3. We'll see if the seed 1 will go the same way.
What I'm curious to see is there is in fact a change of character, a Sephiroth. Oh,
that is interesting.
Gosh.
You almost 3-stocked, and now you're changing characters. Maybe this is just to stroke the ego here and like beat him on multiple, but
Lilat is especially a terrible stage for K. Rool. If you saw at the beginning there, like towards the ledge, he threw his crown and it bounced right back to him.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that there was any counterplay.
I don't know. I really just don't like Lilat a lot in general.
Oh no, it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're just... maybe that's why they swapped off of the Kirby, because they thought that they couldn't play it on this map. But, I mean, it seems to be working really well for him already.
Yet Sephiroth is still juggling. Brilliant use of super armor. kill. Always nice to see.
Yeah, both projectiles missing, and it's just gonna be a phenomenal Sephiroth bringing this game. And okay, never mind. King K. Rool is not done showing what he can do just yet, but maybe now.
I think that up smash didn't work too well in his favor, or whatever he planned. Whatever it is now, Sephiroth is juggling K. Rool. 49%, 62 now.
I mean, you really do just want to keep that stock objectives alive, but I mean, 60% already is very good to start out here.
And an almost potential shield break on K. Rool, dear lord.
Oh, K. Rool able to find a hit. That's actually so big for yourself there. We'll see whether or not that's going to translate into more. It doesn't seem like it, however.
Fortunately not, but you never know.
Yeah, there's going to be a shield coming out. Both projectiles missing. The down smash comes in. The belly flop is not able to get anything.
Forward smash.
It's just continuously cycling out abilities here, and it does seem like the Sephiroth has found his way around, finding the angles and finding his way into this match. We'll see if this is going to hit him, and the domain expansion doesn't do anything.
I just got it as neutral, dude. Never watched JJK personally, but the forward air will take a stock out of K. Rool.
Sephiroth, his ranged ability looks so much like Gojo's eyes. It's so cool. When he activates purple, it looks exactly like this. This is the second time today that I've made a JJK reference in these streams, but that's okay. And that, alright, you know, JJK back on the platform. Not JJK, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm making way too many references here. Yeah, JJ Rool.
Amazing with the shield armor, the stomach armor. I'm fumbling my words here. Sorry, it's my first stream. Nice neutral air.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like I mean, you can easily take this stock off.
No, I think it's over for K. Rool.
It does seem that way. And despite it being his map pick, and he chooses a very odd counter pick, it's still just gonna keep going in the favor of Chambersburg. Going into this, the same bans will be used from Razor here. We'll see whether or not we're going to be seeing a map switch. I mean, I personally think you kind of have to. I mean, you thought you'd go Kirby, and then he's just beating you on 2 different characters now. Maybe you swap to a third. That would be really funny if that was the case, but we'll see.
If there's a third swap and K. Rool does not swap at all, I am just curious to see what the game plan is.
Oh my gosh, he's switching.
K. Rool?
No, the Sephiroth. He went from Kirby to Sephiroth to who knows what. And they're going to... oh wait, no, sorry. I did make a mistake. It is going to be the K. Rool who is switching here.
Oh
and we're going to be seeing Northern Cave come out.
Where do you see these at? I don't really see them.
I am in the game channel for Belle Vernon versus Chambersburg. And
okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, that is insane, though. The idea that... I think Raymond might actually be switching potential. I didn't know he's not going to be actually, but that would have been very fun if we saw 3 different characters come out in this one match alone.
Well, I think there might be a bit of counterplay for K. Rool. Hopefully, some kind of comeback for him.
Yeah, I do miss the Kirby. I got it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's an interesting pick.
Very interesting pick. I'm just curious to see what he's able to do with it.
I mean, it's been a while since I've seen this type of thing in PIA where you have double swordsman. But we'll see how this goes.
It seems like he's playing it safe for now. Nice neutral air, forward tilt.
Already looking pretty good here. And Belle Vernon, despite a 0-2 match. Okay, never mind.
And hits him with the up air on the way, basically evening it. Hey, would you say 11% is even?
Oh, absolutely. One more shot, as we're seeing right now, is going to completely change it. And
oh my god.
It's never even. It's always in the favor of Raymond.
Especially even now with the one-wing form. So much power behind Sephiroth's attacks.
And these just can't be taken out. Every single time he's off the map, he's somehow, some way able to get the recovery. And it looks really good.
Raymond's trying to punish with a lot of neutral and a shield.
Yeah, there's the recovery coming in as usual. And it just seems like he's going to keep doing this exact same thing.
He's got the 2 purple Skittles on him.
And the purple Skittles evaporate, taking the damage out. Both players able to find their way back.
And there's the down B right through the stage. Not down B, down air.
This is already looking way too bad. I mean, Raymond finally getting shut down, but it's just too little too late by the looks of it.
Forward air does the trick. That's a neutral air gameplay. Fortunate punish. It would have been a very nice combo had he done it.
I mean, for a second there, it looked like this Roy was potentially able to make the comeback, and it even looks like it now with him bringing the Sephiroth to 40%. We'll see whether or not that's enough, but right now it just looks like there's so much more to climb.
And up there.
Yeah, Skittles are here, and they're going to go down, not able to find much damage. But Raymond is equaling this match out.
Unfortunate up B gets totally shut down and countered. It looks like Roy is on like the last absolute legs.
Oh,
but a beautiful
like
recovery. Sephiroth accidentally messes that up. But I don't know if that's going to be enough for him to make a come. Oh my goodness.
Yep, and the comeback is not even close. And that's going to be...
Well, I wouldn't say it's not even close. I would say 2 stocks is still relatively close.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but when you think about it, like he took his stock off and it looked like there was a chance. And as soon as that chance was there, I mean, Sephiroth just completely stomped on the dreams and hopes and just, he said, all right, you're dead. I do believe that is going to be a 3-0, which is, that's disappointing to say the least. Belle Vernon down 2-0 in this series. They still have 3 more matches to play later on. We will not be streaming those, unfortunately, but ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that's going to be it for us tonight. Strong Frog, you got anything before we close out here?
Honestly, from what I've seen, I think that today we had some very interesting games. All 3 of them that I was here for. You know, one strategy I don't really understand is if the character works, why not just stick with them?
You would think that, but no. The Kirby pick is not good enough. And they're just gonna, you know, maybe it was just a tryout thing to see if the Kirby was working. But, yeah, that's gonna be it from us tonight. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for the Overwatch quarterfinals. That's gonna be 3 of our 4 matches. You want to be there for that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it from me, from Shrunk Frog, and we will see you then.
Take care, everyone.